What's up, YouTube, man? Welcome back, man, to another video, man. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, man, my name is JR, and I did 10 years in the Georgia Department of Correction, man, and I tell prison stories, man. I share my journey, I share my walk, inspiring people not to want to go behind the wall. There's nothing behind there, man. There's nothing behind there. You just like a bird in a cage. So I don't see why people will continue to do stuff to put them behind the walls. Now today, man, this story, man, this was crazy because sometimes people in chain gang, man, they'll try to use you and think that you stupid. They'll try to use you. They'll run up on you, someone for protection, looking for you to save them and stuff like that. And I end up in a situation, man, where somebody expected me to save them, but I knew the game that they was playing from the get-go. So I didn't want no parts of it, man. Okay, so this started off, man, this dude Jack. This white dude named Jack, man. Jack was real cool. I told y'all about Jack in the I got to fighting with the Hispanic Guerrero. So Jack was the white dude that had the phone that he used to be paying me to use my room or whatever. Over this period of time, man, with Jack paying me whatever, me and Jack had became somewhat cool. You know what I'm saying? I understood what the relationship was. He see me as a dude in the dorm that I had somewhat of a respect as far as it goes, that being in the dorm and I'm a civilian. He seen I had stuff going on for myself, and he seen that I had in my business when anybody will try me. And plus, like I said, he used to always come to my room. So naturally, boom, sometimes he'll come, he'll drop the phone off. I use the phone or whatever. Sometimes I might go down their room, talk trash with him or whatever. And the thing is, the white boys, they used to be deep in this dorm. At one point in time, man, it was a lot of them, bro. It was a lot of them. All of them had phones. All of them had stuff going on. And if you know them, all they like to do is do the cream and they work the phones. If you know what I mean. They work the phones and they be getting their money. So they be pretty smooth, man. Now this white dude, Jack, man, he was real smart. Jack been gone since he was like 14 years old, man. He moved so militant, but he was always paranoid every time you see him. And this too, he was racist, which I knew this, but I knew the game he was playing. But you know, two can play the game, even though I don't like playing games. So as time go by, man, and less white dudes start being in the dorm, that's when Jack, he became trying to ride up under my wings more. But I was like, okay, cool, I'm making money, and I could use the phone whenever I want. So I really had no problem with it. I know the game you playing, bro. It is what it is. So everybody wanted, like I said, Jack real smart, man. Jack real smart. Jack had a spot, bro. This spot was like a safe. Ever since I've been in the dorm with him, bro, all the white dudes that when they was in there and they had phones, Jack used to be putting all of their stuff up. And if you know, a lot of times in chain gang, you know, respectively, people got spots. GDs might have their spot, Bloods might have their spot, or you might have somebody that's neutral that might have a spot in their room. This room might just consist of a spot. So whoever come in this dorm and come in this room, somebody will tell you like, hey man, it's a spot in this room. Now you know that, hey, you're gonna responsible for it. Somebody gonna pay you to use the spot or whatever. And if you disagree, you might have to find another room. But Jack had a spot, and it was like a safe, bro. Everybody wanted to know where that spot was. That spot was right beside my room, bro. Right beside my room for months, bro. Almost to a year. I knew it was a spot around there somewhere because whenever they pull out or whenever they're going to put up, you see them go back there. But it was never my business to go investigate and find out where the spot is, where that was. The less you know in chain gang, bro, it's the better for you, because nobody could be like, oh, Jamaica said this, or Jamaica said that, or John said this, or Tom said that. Nobody can call my name. I was never interested. Even when we was mad cool, me and him mad cool, I never knew where it was. This how I found out where the spot was, bro. The night that I got to fight with Guerrero, bro, and after they seen all that blood and all that stuff, everybody was rushing to go put their stuff up. That's how I knew where the spot was. So I'm like, okay, that's where the spot was. Still not my business. I still don't know nothing. But I seen where it was, because in the pandemonium of everything going on, everybody running around, there was a little bit sloppy. But like I said, ain't my business. So because people in the dorm knew that Jack had a spot, and it was so safe because he done beat multiple shakedowns, bro. They can't find nothing when they come there. As far as from him, other people will get knocked and all this stuff. Now other people seeing this, and you had a guy from Detroit in the dorm. Now Detroit was this type of guy, man. Detroit been gone for a long time, but like 17 years at the time when I met him, and he's a real oppressor. If you know what I mean by oppressor, he applied pressure, man. Remember I tell y'all that people actually smell fear on you in chain gang? Well, he that one of them type of dudes. He pulling up extra strong, bro. He ain't playing no games. That's how he is. And he be smacking dudes, bro, left to right. I got a lot of stories about Detroit, man. Detroit was one of them dudes that was about this issue, and he was GD. Like I said at the time, they knew that this spot was a safe, bro. Detroit, it was a guy from Valdosta, and it was Bama G. Those GDs, they wanted in on the spot. They wanted to use the spot. Mind you, it was more GDs in the dorm that had stuff, but because they had a power struggle within the GD structure in the dorm at the time, the guy that was actually over the dorm, they didn't respect him because he used to be on the cream, but he was high ranking, and he was known across the state because he's from the Chi, and he one of the guys that was born into this stuff. So they they'll deal with him, but they ain't have no respect for him because they'd be like, man, he a cream head. He a cream head. Can't no cream head tell me what to do. So dude from Valdosta, Detroit, and that boy Bama, they all worked together. And at this time, it was a lot of stuff coming into the camp, man. It was heavy rotation of tobacco, Chris Brown's, heavy rotation of ganja, heavy rotation of the cell phones, and heavy rotation of the cream. So everybody was getting a little bit of money. Now people need a safe place to put their stuff up at, man. So one day I go down there to Jack room. I'm like, man, what's up, man? What's going on? He like, man, I'm thinking. I'm like, what you thinking about? He's like, man, you know, Detroit pull up on me, man. I said, yeah. So I'm start thinking in my mind, Detroit tried to put the press down by something. He pressuring stuff, man. No joke, man. This man is applying major pressure, bro. So I'm like, what's up? What are you talking about? He's like, man, he want to use a spot. They want to use a spot or whatever. They said they heard the spot good. They been in the dorm or whatever. Ain't nothing been knocked off. And at the time, Detroit and Seabill was roommates, as a matter of fact. They was downstairs. They was in the room together. Both of them from Detroit. But that was his roommate. So I'm like, man, it's on you. You do whatever you want to do. He's like, man, I don't know, man. You know, I don't like to cross stuff up. I don't like to get involved with other people because if anything happened, I ain't going to take the blame for it. I was like, everybody know the risk with spots, though. Everybody should know the risk with spots. Like, bro, if you pay somebody legitly, like, hey, let me put this up here, let me use that. If it get knocked off, then, you know, man, hey, guess what? That's where it goes. Sometimes you got to take L's. So he's like, man, what you think I should do? I said, bro, I can't tell you what to do. That's not my business. I'm not trying to get involved in none of that. None of that. So anyways, man, later on that night when they putting up and stuff, I was so happy to be out on the range and I could see Detroit pull up on them before we locked down. And I seen them like, they made a handoff. I seen Bama pull up or Valdosta. He had them pull up. Mind you, this is not the same Valdosta from the other story as far as with the GDs or whatever. This is a whole different Valdosta. This dude, he was actually all right, man. He was getting money or whatever. But he had that elbow. Mind you, all three of these guys, I think, had elbow, man. All three of them had a life sentences. So now they hadn't got their way in on the spot. They got their way in on the spot, man. They get in. So now you start seeing Detroit. He be pushing up on Jack more often. A lot of times you see him, boom, pull up on him. They talking. Like I said, Detroit was this type of dude, man. He's a master manipulator too. So he'll just talk to you, man, see what you had going on. And because at the time, Jack, they was making their own move, bro. Mind you, it was a whole separate movement, but they had their whole movement. If you know white dudes on the camp, bro, they always going to be having something going on. And do they not like people in their business? But guess what? Jack had then opened that door, bro. He opened that door. So now they was moving more sloppy, bro. They wasn't moving as militant with the spot like it was. People will come. I remember one day I'm down there with Jack. We chilling on the range. Detroit came. He's like, look, man, I need to use the phone, man. I need to call somebody real quick. But they didn't actually pull out because it was still too early. The inspection team had just left. We ain't even went to lunch yet. And people know that's kind of, you can pull out if you got a quick spot that you could put up, but usually they don't want to pull out this early. They'll wait until like 2, 3, or even after count, when everybody, all the administration, like the warden and unit manager and all them people, they know they ain't coming down there. So Jack was like, nah, man, I don't pull out at this time. But Detroit was like, look, man, I don't care what you talking about, man. Oh, go get my stuff for me. And this was the type of pressure. He was in the door now. And Jack, Jack probably was like 150, man. Sharp, bald-headed. But he was cut up. You could tell that he worked out, but he ain't had no size on him like that. And he was scared, man. He was scary, man. Detroit was like 6'3", man. A little bit bigger than me, man. But scary dude. It was a scary dude. If you was a scary person, man, you gonna be petrified at Detroit. You gonna be petrified, bro. So anyways, he went there, man, against his own rules or whatever, and they went and cracked the spot. Mind you, people know that it's a spot in this specific area because everybody know in the dome, but they don't know where the spot is. The only people that know, like I told you, I had found out way, way late. The guy who was in that last room, they're responsible for the spot. They pay him. They'll pay these dudes because they're responsible for it. So anything happen, if it get popped, they gonna take the charge. Anyways, man, he went and got it for him or whatever. He came back. He was like, man, Jamaica, man, this is exactly why I ain't want to get involved with them. I said, hey, man, this is part of the chain gang. I said, how long you been gone? He said, man, I've been locked up since I was 14. I said, then you know, this is a part of the chain gang. But he was real smart, bro. He was real smart, bro. He was a mastermind, bro. He been gone for so long. He had another plan. He was like, man, I'm going to stop using that spot, man. I ain't finna keep using that spot or whatever. So, I don't care, bro. They still running the spot. They running the spot. They doing their thing or whatever. Now, one day, we in the dome or whatever. Boom. Police came. Everybody locked down. Everybody locked down. It's like 1 o'clock in the evening. So we wonder what the heck going on, bro. Ain't nobody did nothing. Ain't nothing happened in the dome or whatever. Boom. We locked down. It's about 6 officers came down there, about 3 search team, about 3 regular officers, and they had the maintenance detail with them. They had the maintenance detail. So when I seen the maintenance detail now, I was like, oh, they came with the little cart, rolling the cart. They started from the first room. Guess what they started doing? They started pulling off a part of the door, unscrewing it. Upon seeing this, I'm like, oh, snap. It's the spot that they using beside me. Everybody looking. Everybody can see people in their door just peeping through the window. People looking. And I'm like, ooh, snap, boy. They done found the spot. Mind you, they ain't reached the door yet, but they pulling off each door, coming down there to see if it's this spot. And they went right up there beside me. I heard it was around there, man. Screwing. I'm peeping through the corner of the window like this. You see him just... Man, he pulled 4 phones out there, man. 4 phones, and he pulled a big old bomb or something. It was wrapped in like all black electric tape, man. They pull it out, and I'm like, damn, that's the spot. It's over with. The spot done got hit. Boom. They pack up. The folks, they pack up. They lock Buddy up in the room. It was a blood dude in the room, but he knew the deal. He was getting paid for it or whatever. Anybody go to that room, bro, they already know what it is, man. If you don't want to take that responsibility, bro, find you another room. Because guess what? Somebody going to take it up to go in there because they want that money. So they locked Buddy up that was there. Boom, he went to the hole. They let us off lockdown. They opened the doors. So I come out. I see Jack. He come out. He looking like this. He looking sad. Like, yeah, he just got popped. I see Detroit come out. Detroit, he come out. No shirt on. He looking. He looked straight up at Jack like. And Jack like, man. Somebody. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. Instant, you see Bama G come out and Val Oster. They all looking. They all grouped up downstairs and they talking. Now you have different groups of people conversating. They're like, man, how the heck these people find out about the spot? Now in my mind, I'm like, how the heck, bro? I was like, man, this man be using this spot forever. And ain't nothing ever happened, bro. But soon as he let some other people started using it and they started getting sloppy. Mind you, these dudes that was putting up, they wanted to know exactly where the spot was. You ain't had to know that. As long as you seen that the spot been secure for months. But they wanted to know where it was. And it was multiple people finding out where exactly the spot was. And if you know in Chain Gang, bro, Chain Gang got some of the biggest rats, bro. Biggest informer. New York City rats. They got some of the biggest informants. These dudes don't play by dropping kites, writing stuff just on the strength. They don't care. Just on the strength, bro. So all that going on, bro, I'm posted up. I see Jack, he come down there by my door. He's like, man, I knew it, man. I knew it. I knew this would happen. I knew this day gonna come or whatever. So I'm like, man, it's just part of the game, bro. That's just the ball game. That's a part of it, bro. You win, sometimes you lose, bro. That's what it is. So I seen goddamn they grouped up downstairs. Instantly, Detroit get up. He's like, man, listen, man. I don't know which one of y'all red ass niggas in here, man, done told. But if I find out, you know what's going on. And guess what? Like I said, bro, if you're a scary dude, this dude gonna intimidate you, bro. Because he's loud and he's aggressive. He got size. And you could tell that he's chain gang. Meaning he's a chain gang baby, bro. He grew up in the chain gang. He been in since he was 17, bro. And he's known for putting in work. I seen people that know him from different camps. They're like, bro, I done seen this dude put a dude on a helicopter, bro. I seen him airlift something. Mind you, he had done got poured out before. But he was known for pouring stuff out, bro. And I've been in the dorm with him. I didn't see him smack multiple dudes, bro. Get into it with multiple dudes. Like I said, I got a lot of stories about him. So everybody in the dorm looking, ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing because everybody like, man, who done told on the spot? And everybody like, man, when the Jack and the white boys was using the spot, didn't nobody even really knew, bro. It was moving so smooth. But as soon as he introduced these guys to the spot it done got hot. The spot done blew up, bro. So when he said that, later on that evening, bro, Jack came down there. He like, what's up? I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, man, you know, Detroit came and hollered at me. He was like, man, I'm gonna have to pay for the phones. Detroit, Bama G, and Valdosta. All them boys that done pulled up on Jack. They said he got the spot knocked off. He gotta pay for their phones. So I'm like, that don't even make sense. So he was like, exactly, bro. I was just trying to help him out. That's all I was doing, bro. And he started getting nervous. He could tell he getting nervous, like he just wanted to cry or something. He's like, man, I was just trying to help him out, man. This is exactly why I don't do this. This is exactly why I don't do this, Jamaica. I don't do this. You see how I move? I don't mess with people, bro. I be in my room. I just mess with my own kind. When he said he just messed with his own kind, I'm like, that's some racist stuff to say, but you be pulling up on me all the time. But like I said, I knew the game that he was trying to play, bro. Because he seen the respect I had in the dorm, he always tried to roll up onto me. When all the other white boys then left the dorm, because you know the dorm be rotating. But I knew the game that he was playing, so I like, what you gonna do? He's like, man, I told him I'm not responsible for it. So the next day, bro, Detroit seen me. Detroit was like, hey, Jamaica, what's up? I'm like, what's up, bro? He's like, man, what your boy got going on? I'm like, who? He's like, oh, Jack. I was like, bro, I don't know. I was like, what's going on? He's like, man, he gonna have to pay for them phones. So I started laughing. I was like, shit, that's on him, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he like, bro, why you laughing? I was like, man, I'm just laughing, man. He's like, man, you know that's a white boy, man. He got to pay for all that. I know he got paper too. He's like, man, Jamaica, you know what's going on. I was like, shit, bro, I already know, bro. Shit, hey, it's the ball game, bro. Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all do what y'all do. So when he said after he finished talking to me, man, I remember Jack came back from program. When Jack came back from program, he went and locked in the room or whatever. Now, Jack, he really wasn't looking sad, bro. I remember I told y'all, he had said to me that he gonna have another spot. So when these folks are done locked, these folks done got word, Detroit done got word from dude in the hole that was that took all the charges, and they said it was only 4 phones. And dude, they told him because he seen when they were pulling out the phones, there was like Jack phone wasn't in the stash. So this is what got Detroit mad. This is what got him mad, bro. As soon as Jack came back and went to his room and put his flap up or whatever, man, boom, boom, boom. As soon as he took the tissue off the door or whatever, man, them boys roll up in there. Bama G and Detroit, they roll up in there. And you could tell the way how they pulling up aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, he just naturally aggressive, bro. His demeanor is just naturally always angry, always mad, always ready to get into something. It don't matter the time of day, bro. He gonna do it. So they in the room, everybody in the dorm somewhat know going on because you hear them. You know what I'm saying? Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down, white boy. That's all you could hear. So everybody in the dorm quiet. A lot of people, they looking at me, they're like, damn, Jamaica, that's your homeboy. They, you know, he always pulling up on me. And he using the phone, he was in the room to use the signal or whatever. So everybody looking. Boom. I see the door crack. Oh, as a matter of fact, me and my trainer, we was down there talking. He's like, man, that's messed up. I was like, Unc, you already know what's going on. Unc said, man, I know. He said, man, I know as soon as them boys started using that spot, he was going to get knocked off, man. I was like, yeah, pretty much. Boom. I see the door open upstairs, Jack door open. Boom. Bama G was like, hey, Jamaica, come here. So I'm like, so everybody looking at me like, oh shit, Jamaica going up there. What the hell's finna go on now? So in my mind, I'm like, why the hell he calling me? You know what I'm saying? Why you calling me for? But I'm like, shit, all right, I'm gonna pull up. Boom. I open the door. When I open the door, white boy Jack, he's laying on the bed, man. Hands tied up like this. He's sitting out, laying down like that on his side, bro. I see Detroit like this. He trying to move around. As soon as I open the door, he like, hey, Jamaica. You heard, pow! Detroit smacked. Man, he smacked the backhanded man so hard, man. Lay down, don't say shit, cracker. I'm like, what the heck? So when I'm going in the room now, all type of things going through my head. I'm like, I wonder if they finna try something. You know what I'm saying? So Bama, he done went in the room. I went in the room, bro. Instantly, my back hit the wall. Instantly, right by the door. Boom. So Detroit started laughing. Hell, he like, man, Jamaica, you good, bro. It ain't that type of vibe, bro. It ain't that type of vibe, bro. I just want to know if you got this white boy phone. Or the white boy say you got his phone. Yeah, like, I'm looking at the white dude. I'm like, say I got his phone. Mind you, I don't even know he still got his phone, bro. This man done told these people that me, Jamaica, I got his phone. I'm like, bro, I ain't got his phone, bro. I was like, look, even if I had his phone, bro, I'll give his phone to him, bro. His phone ain't going to nobody, bro. Y'all get it from him, but I'm like, shit, bro, I don't even know where nothing at. Boom. So Detroit again. Detroit look at him. He's like, man, Jamaica right here. How you gonna tell about Jamaica got the phone? He's like, man, I fuck with Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Bro, be coolin'. I fuck with Jamaica. And he a civilian. He one of the only civilians in here that stand up. That's why you been running up on him. Thinking Jamaica gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, people already had seen that too. He was riding up on me, think I'm gonna save him. I ain't no savior, man. Do I look like I got a cape on my back with an S on my chest? No deal, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So he smacked him again. Pow! So he like, man, Jamaica, man, help me. Jamaica, man, help me. So I'm like, man, I'm out of here, man. I came out the room. Everybody looking. As soon as I came out, bro, everybody, the whole dome was staring at me. You feel me? So I'm like, I came down. I seen C. Bill at the stairs. I'm talking to C. Bill. He like, bro, what's up? You good? I'm like, hell yeah, bro, I'm good, bro. He like, what going on? I'm like, bro, them folks, regular shit. They got the white boy tied up and down, telling him he got to pay for them phones by tomorrow or whatever. So he like, oh shit, that's what's up. I'm like, boom. I go down. I'm sitting down. I'm talking to Unc. So Unc, I'm telling Unc what's going on. So Unc like, man, that's the least, bro. That's their problem. I'm like, exactly. That's their problem. I don't care about it, bro. That's their problem. This is just a part of the chain gang, bro. This is a part of the chain gang. You just gonna have to deal with it, bro. So then I see Bama G. He come out the room. Boom. He call one of the other GDs. He like, hey, brother, come here. Come and stand at this door. You feel me? Detroit came out. They shoot downstairs. I see Detroit go in his room. Bama, he go across the way to his room or whatever. And I see the GD door out there. He's standing by the door. So he's standing by the door, man. All of a sudden, I hear, boom. You could just see him like he pushed off. Boom. White boy Jack had him pushed out the room, bro. Somehow he had him got untied. The GD dude that was standing at the door, he almost flew over the range, bro. He hit on the rail. Boom. White boy Jack came running out there. He looked down at me and he looked at He said, that's messed up, Jamaica, man. That's messed up. I thought we were friends. I'm looking like, friends? I was like, bro, I just met you in the dorm, bro, but you was trying to use me. You trying to use your head on me just because I know I got some type of respect in this dorm and everybody mess with me. You think I'm going to save you. No deal, buddy. It don't work like that. Jamaica is not stupid. And plus, you're a racist. I know what's going on with you. So I'm looking at him. He run downstairs, bro. So he stands up downstairs. Now, Bama G look out, like he look up at the GD like, man, what's up, folk? How you let him get out the room? GD dude was like, man, he just ran out, bro. So now I thought they were finna rush him, but they ain't rushing. They left him. And he was just standing there in the corner. Mind you, it's like 3 other white dudes in the dorm, bro, they puny. They ain't getting involved in nothing, bro. They don't want no type of problems with that, bro. None. No type of problems, bro. One of the other white dudes, Mo, he was real cool, though. I messed with him. Mo was looking like, man, I'm staying out the way of that. So, later on that night, man, he come back to me. He's like, man, Jamaica, man, I said, look, bro. I was like, man, get away from me, man. I said, get away from me, bro. He said, bro, I ain't mean it like that, bro. I thought we was friends, bro. I said, we were cool, bro. But how you gonna? I said, bro, you trying to use your head on me? He said, nah, I ain't trying to do that. We're really friends, bro. We're real friends. You like a brother, man. I'm looking at him like, bro, you must think I'm a fool or something, man. So he's like, man, they talking about if I gotta pay for the phones by tomorrow, man. I gotta pay for the phones by tomorrow. So I like, shit, just gotta pay for them. I said, what you gonna do? You gonna buck? Or you gonna pay? It's only 2 things you could do. You could buck or you could pay. He's like, man, I ain't gonna pay for nothing. So, hey, obviously he was gonna buck. I like, that's what's up, man. But I didn't want no parts of what he had going on, bro, because he tried to play me like I'm a fool. He tried to set me up. I said, bro, how you gonna tell them folks I had your phone, bro, when I ain't had your phone? He's like, nah, bro, because I know they ain't going to take it from you, bro. I know they ain't take it from... I said, bro, you cannot put me in the middle of something, bro. You and these people had an agreement, not me and them. You can't put me in a situation like that, bro. So he be like, man, let's talk in the room, bro. Everybody looking. He getting nervous or whatever we talk. So he's like, man, let's talk in the room. I said, go down in your room. I go down to his room or whatever. Boom. I go in the room. We go in the room. I said, look, man, let me tell you something, man. I pulled up on the reels. I said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever play with my life like that, bro. I said, that's my life you playing with, bro. I'm like, I should just knock you out right here. He's like, no, man, don't knock me out. I said, bro, I should just knock you out, bro. And I was itching. Because why you going to tell these people I got your phone, bro, when I don't even have your phone? Guess what I see him do? He stand up on the toilet and go to rambling somewhere. He came out with the phone. He's like, look, man, this is my phone, man. Hold on to it for me, bro. Hold on to it for me. Don't get to nobody, bro. I ain't gonna tell nobody you had. I said, bro, you just told somebody had your phone. You just told somebody had your phone. He's like, look, man, I'm gonna pay you, man. He said, look, I'm gonna try to pull a stunt, bro. I'm probably gonna end up going to the hole, bro. But just hold on to the phone for me, Jamaica. If I get transferred or anything, man, or you just gotta sell it, or you could keep it or whatever. If I don't get in contact with you, bro, hold on to the phone. So I'm thinking like, man, if I hold this phone, man, I'm like, what is he trying to set me up? My mind telling me one thing, and I'm like, all right, give me the phone. I took the phone, boom, tucked it, made sure it wasn't showing. There wasn't no signs of showing. I walked out the room, boom. I walked out the room. Naturally, it was a lot of eyes on me, because the dorm is kind of tense. A lot of eyes on me, bro. I walked down to the room or whatever, boom, tucked it. But this part 1 of this story, man, y'all got to tune in for part 2 tomorrow. I will be dropping part 2 tomorrow, man. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. A lot of blessings, a lot of love, man. Y'all been showing a lot of love to the channel.